Friday. Welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Hope you're all well out there, wherever you are in podcast land, on the YouTube, or maybe Facebook you've dropped past and clicked through and linked through and all that sort of fun stuff. Hope you're all well. Friday, another end of the week. Whew, flying through. I was glad to see the back end of last night. Fun stuff. I'm sure everyone goes through it at work when people try and change your job role and add all this stuff in and do stuff that you've been doing fine and it's been working fine perfectly for 5 years, but someone's got to come in and they've got to put their mark on the place and change stuff for whatever reason, and instead of it being easy and harmless, it becomes painful and a fight. You get that. That's life, isn't it? That's all jobs. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's got to deal with that, but that's pretty much everyone at the moment, I think. I'm pretty lucky to have a job, but let alone have to worry about first world problems like that. There's plenty of other things we need to be worrying about, and it's the weekend, so who cares? Kick back, relax, have a great weekend with the family. Enjoy your time, your 2 days off if you're not working. Hopefully you're not. You're not silly like me and stuck in a mine site, staring at 4 walls and 6 screens. But, other than that, had a good night last night. Started another video, even though I'm way ahead of my schedule. I've got another video. Hopefully I should finish that today. So you should see something up tonight or today or whenever I get it up, it'll be up. So there should be another video out today. It's not a photography one. I've got one more after this. Just unboxings and some other stuff and bits and pieces that I wanted to get done out of the way. And then next week I'll move back into some more photography stuff and some more little travels and journeys and bits and pieces. So a little bits happening in that regards. I just wanted to try and get them out the way. I've been sitting on them for a while, keep doing the video shoots, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to leave them too long and I forget about them. It's trying a bit of a balancing thing, I guess, for the channel, because I do cover so many different aspects. I just didn't want to leave it too long and forget about it, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, but so hopefully another video today, and then I should get, I think one more after that I need to get done, and then I'm back into just my normal weekly videos, and then they'll be mostly photography stuff and travel and all that sort of stuff once we can travel again. And so looking good. Pretty happy with that. Massive difference with the new computer. That is just game changer. Yeah, I think I've said it a few times, but it's ridiculous because I can actually get some sleep now. That's how big a difference is. It's giving me extra sleep in my day because I can do twice the work in half the time, and which means I can, what I normally would take me 3 days, I can do in either one night after work or in 2 nights and stretch it out. So it's amazing, and I'm super, super glad I decided to upgrade after 7 years with the old girl. So, yeah, awesome news in that regards. Now, there was a bit last night. Yesterday, it was really, really quiet. Today, there was a fair bit of stuff around in the news world, so I'm going to run through that, and then we'll be over for another week. Yeah. Rightio, Samsung, the Galaxy Flip, we know about that, the Galaxy Flip Fold. We've got 2, actually. We've got the new Flip, which is coming out now in a 5G. Now, the only problem with it, it's not a millimetre wave version, which is a bit strange. Basically, all they've done in it is add in the 865 plus Snapdragon, so that's the new processor. It's just the plus version, so you're a little bit more, I guess, grunt in it. And you get your basic 5G, which is not too bad. That's probably the one we really need in Australia because that's better over long distances. The millimetre waves is the one where you need a receiver or a transmitter receiver, a little box that you normally see. You see them up on the big poles. That's like your 4G. That does kilometres. With 5G, with the millimetre waves, that's that 1,500 megabytes a second, 1.5 gig a second data transfer. You need a thing every 200 metres down your street because as soon as you can't see it, you lose it. But with the base of the 5G, that's actually not too bad because that can get around a bit of corners and stuff. It's only 300 megabytes a second. It's terrible, isn't it? That's actually going to be better than any internet you can get in Australia anyway. So the base 5G is going to should be actually probably better than the millimeter. So just remember there's 2 levels with 5G. And so anyway, the Galaxy Flip's only going to be that base level. So that's really not a bad thing. Is it worth upgrading from last year's model? I don't think so. All you're doing is getting the new Snapdragon, and you're just getting 5G basic functionality. If your old phone didn't have 5G and you're in an area that actually has it, well then that might be worthwhile. But $1,450 so that's over 2,000 Australian dollars. You'd want to have a good reason to upgrade for that one, or your phone's due on the plan. So yeah. Now the Galaxy Fold is also, we're getting a new model of that. Again, 5G. There were some leaked shots. It's pretty much, you can make out exactly what it is. It's just pixelated a bit, so it's just not really clear. But basically, the big news on this one is not the fold or the screen or anything like that, or the 5G. It's from the render you can see basically the outer phone. So when it's closed, on the last model it only had a small little screen. Well, it looks like they're going to put the whole screen on the outside. So the outer case one is going to be a whole screen, which is pretty cool, I think. So if you just need a normal phone, you can run it, and then if you need to open it up to watch a video or read a book or whatever, you can open up and do it. So I think that was really good. And also it looks like the Note 20, which is not far off release, camera setup for that. So that's that rectangular, really nice, looking good. Looks like that camera system is going to be on that on that phone as well. So I think overall that's probably a better upgrade than the Fold or than the Flip. But yeah, so the Fold's coming. Looks pretty sharp with that screen on the outside and that the Note 20 camera system. I think you'll find it's probably going to be pretty well received. It looks pretty nice. iPhones. Oh no, we'll go into this one. Herman Millar. If you haven't heard of Herman Millar, they make chairs, expensive bloody chairs to boot. Obviously really good for you. They're all really good posture related and stuff like that. But you're talking in the thousands of dollars for a chair. Well, they've teamed up with Logitech to make a gaming chair. So yeah, if you just won the Tatslotto this week, or you're one of the winners that won the 80 million or the 50 million the week before, well, this might be the gaming chair for you. Looks fantastic. It's probably super mega ridiculously comfortable, but it is $1,500. So let's call it probably 2,200 to 2,500 Australian dollars for an office chair, which is just ridiculous. I think I'd rather sit on a couple of bricks, a couple of Besser blocks. That's pretty wild. But it is a nice looking chair. I should have. Hopefully, I'll get a photo and put on the thumbnail. So if you haven't already seen it, just look at the thumbnail again. You'll get a bit of a gander at it. Wild looking chair, but yeah, over $2,000 Australian for it. Just crazy. Some leaks and rumours for the iPhones for a little bit down the track for 2022. Apparently the iPhones are going to have that periscope system. I think it's on the Mate 40 or something. I think they were talking about. So that's a periscope system where you get 10 times zoom. So you can be on one side of the lake and go and zoom in on someone else, or you're far away and you want to get a shot of the bird. You can now do that with the phone. There's only a couple of companies that have done it. I think it was the Huawei Mate 40, that top spec one, or one of those companies. They had it out, and that was a 10 times zoom. Well, it looks like iPhone's looking to introduce that into their camera system, and another year and a half, I guess, we should see that come to fruition. So something, I think it probably won't be. It's not a bad thing to have there if you sort of, I guess if you're phones are getting better and better with their photography, and it's great for everyone that just, instead of having to buy a little compact camera, they can take this everywhere. Having a decent zoom is quite handy when you're trying to get stuff in there. So if the kids are down on the lake, out in the lake on a boat or something, you can go and just get close ups of the kids paddling around the boat. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Now Apple's over the head earphones. So much we all know Apple owns Beats by, they bought Beats by Dre out, so they've got the overhead. Well, they're also going into their own. There's long been talk about them making their own over the ear headphones. The big, I guess, the first rumor we've heard about this that's a little bit different is they'll be universal. So in the fact that normally you have headphones where they have a left and right. Doesn't make a huge amount of difference if you get it crossed up, but if you're watching a movie or something like that, obviously the sound's designed so if something happens over to the left in the movie, you should get this. If it's playing stereo or it's good quality headphones, you should be able to hear it in through your left ear and not your right ear. So if you've got it on back to front, obviously that's going to not match up. So basically what they've done, they've somehow worked out how they can you can just pick these headphones up, whack them on, and it doesn't matter if they're on whatever way they're on, they'll adjust, working out where they are in space and time, using a little bit of Apple magic, and adjust it to suit. So I thought that was pretty cool. Again, I don't know how super mega important it would be. Again, I think they're saying it's for music, but really, I don't think you'd really notice that spatial awareness in music when you listen to your music. If they're back to front, I don't think because you're not going to be picturing where they are in the orchestra, and because you don't know where the guitar's supposed to stand or where the drums are supposed to be. So that, I think the music side is really not going to affect. But if you're watching a movie and you had like Dolby surround sound in your phone or your iPad or something like that, which I think a fair bit of them do now, I think then you're definitely going to probably notice a difference if you get them back to front. So probably for those guys that do a fair bit of travel, that will be quite handy. Obviously, I think they're pretty much going to be top of the range specs, so they'll be noise cancelling. They'll be going up against the Bose Quiet Comforts and the Sony WXH-1000-66255 Series 8 4.1s. Yeah. Why can't they make part numbers like really easy, man? Why do they have to be just crazy? Neuralink. If you haven't heard of Neuralink, our beloved Elon Musk, genius of his generation, he has been developing for a few years a way to basically put a chip into your brain. Its main reasons are for health. So for people with Parkinson's and other diseases where they can't move limbs and stuff, by adding this chip in and then using these super mega tiny, like smaller than human hair probes, they just with wires, they basically stick them into your brain, into the nerves where they need to get to, and basically you can get full use of limb, stop your Parkinson's, stop shaking, all that sort of stuff. He's been working a while. It's one of his beloved pet projects, and he's super passionate about it. And it's really awesome to see someone of his nature. Not only is he sorting out electric cars and getting us to Mars, but he's also trying to help out people that have disadvantaged and had a really rough trot. So I think it's awesome that he does that as well. You really could not go against him here to say he's not going to do it. For what that human has achieved in his lifetime is friggin' amazing as it is already. I'm all for him. I hope he gets it done. Now, he's saying as part of this, obviously the first stage is to use it for medical and to help people have better lives, which is just amazing. But it's also to help us get better as a species and be able to handle AI, dealing with future AI. Obviously, AI, he's been a big proponent that AI is going to get smarter and smarter until it outsmarts us. By using this Neuralink technology, this is like a baby step into the fact that we will be able to stay in front of AI so AI doesn't become our master. I I think that's roughly what it is, or the message, I guess. But yeah, basically he's saying, and part of that small steps and the baby steps we get there, you'll be able to, no more headphones. We talked about headphones with Apple. Well, they're going to be a thing of the past whenever Elon gets this sorted, which probably doesn't take along the way he goes. But basically, you'll be able to feed music straight into your brain. So no headphones, so you get full 3D sound straight into your brain. I'll just leave you that for a couple of seconds just to think of how that's going to work. Little probes going into your brain. Next minute, you got the Hilltop Hoods in there. Very, very cool. Now, it's end of weekend. We're not all rich. We all dream about it. We all dream about the Tatslotto. Well, Jeff Bezos and his lovely wife pretty much won Tatslotto this week. There's a few big changes in the fortunes of the world's richest people. Jeff Bezos, obviously, top of that list. Currently, well, I think it was one day this week. I think it was Wednesday or something this week. The stock market had a big soar, went up a heap. Well, so did Amazon. And this week, in one day, in one stock market session, he made 13 billion US dollars. How do you like that? That's not bad, is it? That is 20 billion Australian dollars. He made in one day more than what Gina Rinehart's total value is worth. That's freaking insane. Unbelievable. So it's taken him from whatever it was, he's now sitting on $190 billion in his kitty. That's a fair old bit of interest, I reckon. You'd be happy with 5% interest living off that. You could pretty much be tickety-boo for a fair while. 190 billion, that's insane. Now, his lovely ex-wife, we talked about her the other day, how she was going to be she was earmarked to become the world's richest lady. Well, she has, and she went up in that same one day, her value went up by 4.6 billion US dollars. So that's just under, 6.5 is 10, so it's about $7 billion in one day, 7 billion Australian in one day. That's insane. So she's actually moved up to 13th richest person on the planet. So yeah, that was pretty darn cool, I thought. And then also, only the last person, which has also jumped up, Jio, the Indian owner of Jio, who's the richest person in India, he also jumped up on that same day because his company's going nuts too with all that's going on with the technology and 5G and everything there. He's jumped up to 5th place just behind Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg is on, I think, 90 billion, and the head of Jio jumped up to 70 billion or something. Just crazy numbers, isn't it? But so you got 4 and 5, and I think they were saying something about how Bezos is worth like the total value of about 3 major corporations, which is just insane. So I thought that was a pretty interesting way to finish off the week, a little bit of fun, and just sort of, I guess, put us back in our place. That what do you do? That's it. I don't know what to say. $190 billion in your bank. That'd be pretty darn cool. Hope he's looking after all his mates. And he better be subscribed to this channel. How about a cup of coffee? Righto, guys. Have a great weekend. I will see you all again Monday. There should be a video out for you to watch shortly or soon or today or tonight or tomorrow. But it'll definitely be out. I'll catch you all Monday. Stay safe. Stay COVID safe. And I'll see you all when I see you. Rightio. If you're going that way, I'll catch you on Monday. Rightio. Ciao.